Hi everyone, how are you? I hope you finished all the homework that had been given. So if you remember, we had to finish the circles, the circle design on the legs, hands, and the head of the tortoise. So now, since we have finalized this design, and this pretty was looking a little lonely tortoise to me, so let's go and do a little baby one as well. Okay, so let's start here. If you have space, you can do a baby one. If you do not have space after doing all this thing, so if you do not have space, you can just leave that out. So I feel I need to draw a little baby one as well. So let me know if you are doing a baby one. And yesterday I had someone question like, why are we starting with a tortoise, or why are we doing a tortoise? What's the significance of tortoise doing in Madhubani? So tortoise generally represents longevity and perseverance, and also for protection. So this is good for, homes, gives a sense of protection, good for longevity. Okay, I think my baby tortoise looks good. So let me draw the head. Try to be as symmetrical as possible. If not, we are totally fine. Okay. And today I'm using a mechanical pencil. Any pencil is fine, right? So I think this baby is trying to cope up with the mother. So I hope you are drawing as well with me. Okay, so let's try to be so all the animals and all the scenes that are depicted in Madhubani, they are all nature inspired, right? So people see all these creatures in their day-to-day life, or so this is why they are represented on paper or in paintings, right? So as you know, I'm doing double lining it. Not necessary every time to do double lines, but it gives a more neater effect once the picture is complete, right? So we got our tortoise, baby tortoise also ready. So for this we'll give a nice same design as well. Try to be as close. I'm doing a very thinner one because the size also is small, right? So this is how it goes. Okay, but then I'll not be doing the same circular things or the hexagon shapes for the baby here. We'll do something else. Okay, so I've got the baby here. Now since they are in the sea, so let's draw some seaweeds. So you can go and draw some seaweeds. Just doing some random lines, nothing so measured or nothing so specific about this. So okay, so we are done with almost the seaweeds are done. And okay, now I'm going to try and make a lotus as well, but lotus I'm trying to make it here. So lotus is like just represents water, something, a beautiful creation by God in water. And as you know, lotus is Lord Lakshmi's throne, right? So let's create a beautiful little lotus. I know my left side and right side never come equal, so I need to redo one side every time. Okay, I think it's better. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. Okay, so now our design is almost done. Now let's start with the borders. So borders we are going to keep very simple, not very difficult ones. Okay, so if you do not want a lotus here, you can always go for a seaweed again, or you can just leave this as it is, nothing to draw here, and then we can go all around for the borders. Okay, so borders is pretty simple. Okay, so I'm just starting like from here. Let's start from here. So I'll be making one leaf. It's a typical Madhubani design, and in a diagonal form keep making leaves. Okay, this is pretty simple, like V shapes. Okay, just keep on doing that until you reach the other end in V shapes or in triangular forms, up and down, up and down. This is a pattern. If you have tried cursive writing, so it's kind of a, you know, you keep making a pattern. So this is also the same, keep making a pattern. Okay, okay, so I'm just making one side, and the rest 3 sides you all can finish as homework after this 20-minute session. Okay, and there was one other question yesterday, like why am I not doing it on a canvas, or why are we doing it on a paper? See, it's we can do this same thing on a canvas as well, we can do this on the paper as well. And for the start I'm doing it on the paper for you guys to get familiar with how I go around, and then we can move on to the canvas, right? And this design gets filled up, this design gets filled up all over. Now the second border, okay, the inner border. So for the inner border, again let's go for a very minimalistic design. Okay, so we'll not do something very big or very, if you want you can erase the lotus here as I had told you, and let's come and start making some I'm trying to make lotuses as well here as well. So the same similar kinds, but if you see it will come like this, and then all over there'll be lotus. Okay, and then we can keep flowers or leaves in between, but I think I'm fine with this work. Or I can go something like, you know, I can divide the structure and then I can do again a lotus. And then again divide. Take your time. This might feel a little intimidating, like difficult, but it's super easy once you get the hang of it, right? Okay, and we'll keep doing that. So 1 2 3 4, keep doing it all around the border. So half of our design is set. Now let's get to the details into the tortoise. Okay, so here let's first do double lines. Yeah, I'm pretty stuck to double lines. I don't know why. I just like when the picture gets complete, it looks pretty good. These double lines keep it clean, neat. Okay, so this is how my double lines go up to. Okay, then I'll be making a flower design inside. I'll be making a flower inside. So nothing very fancy, but if you see, just this, just a little flower, right? So same here, I'll go and make some easy flowers, right? This is very easy, super easy. Just 2 circles in the center and then go around making U shapes. Here, your petals are done. Another 2 circles and your flower is done. Okay, so similarly we'll finish all the blocks on the tortoise shell. Here, pretty easy, right? So what are we going to do inside this? Inside this we are just going to make some lines all around. Okay, and then inner we are going to do again lines. We'll just fill up with lots and lots of lines. I'll show you how. So like this. If you want to go lines, that is also fine. If you want to go on vertical lines, that's fine. If you want to go horizontal lines all around, that's also fine. Horizontal will look good, you know. So like if I go slightly curved like this, okay, anyhow, like I'm just doing some curved lines. It's not very you know, what do you say, symmetrical, like up and going up and down, up and down. It's like just freehand some curved lines. Okay, so this is done. Now I'll make another freehand line going all around. If you want, you're not happy with this, you can go and make vertical lines in between the blocks. So this is how it will look, and then vertical lines in the block between the lines will be something like this. Are you able to see? Okay, if you're not able to see, then let's go a little more closer. So I did something here. If you can see all the vertical lines, this is going all around the body in some curved lines, and then this is the vertical lines. I'll be filling it up here, all over here. So something like this, connecting the blocks. Okay, this is how it's going to be filled up. Okay, now let's come to the body. Okay, so now we've got the circular design on the body here, and now I'm going to fill it up with some pretty easy design. Okay, so I'm making a very common design which generally everybody knows. Okay, do you see this? So this will be solid. Once we do the full picture, you'll get to know this, how to do it. So this is how. So solid, two lines, two curves. Okay, then the flower pattern again, the U's, then two curves again. Okay, then solid, two lines, two curves, flower pattern, and two lines. Got it? Then again, let's do a solid, two curves, flower pattern, two curves. Okay, solid, two lines, flower pattern, and two curves. Solid, two lines, and we are done. Okay, so this is how the pattern looks like. So this and this is going to be filled up with this pattern. Got it? Now let's do the eyes, finish off the eyes. So we'll keep going with the same pattern. So the eyes, the semicircle, the first semicircle will be solid. Okay, this is how the eyes are going to be. See, eyes. And then I can draw for the neck, we'll draw a line here, and the flower pattern continues. Okay, and what is going to be here? We are just going to make some straight lines. Okay, so this is how the head will be looking like. So similar thing we'll do here for the baby as well. A smaller circle. Okay, and let's draw the neck portion for it. Got it? Now here, drawing circles on this will take up half the space. So let's be very close in drawing the circles. Not very big ones. Okay. And then we can just do lines here. Since the baby has still not developed the design and this place is very tiny, we can just do some diagonal lines like this. I'll just do a double line here first. Get the space. Okay. And then we'll go and do some diagonal lines here for the baby. And then some circles on the. So the baby's hand will look like this. Yes, so we have almost finalized the design, right? Almost done with it. If you want, we can do a little smaller lotus here and one here as well. If you do not want, we can just chuck it out. Okay. Now, the next step in Madhubani, this all you need to finish. All your 3 sides in Madhubani you will finish at home after the session, and then you can fill it up. All the designs that I've shown you, you're going to fill it up. It's like, do it in your me time. It will be your me time, and you'll be like focusing on something, and you'll be off from your stress and your other stuff, right? So the next step is either use a acrylic black pen. Okay, so either use an acrylic black pen. It's a paint marker pen, it's acrylic, it has a fine point, extra fine point. Okay, it's this quite fine. Okay, so with this you go and outline your tortoise. Okay, since it is extra fine, you can, it is easy for you. For first time people buy this. This is super easy to use. Okay, and it will make your life pretty easy. But if you do not have this and you have black acrylic paints, okay, we are fine with acrylic paints as well. So take a very thin brush, detailed brush in fact. So I have a 0 marker brush. Okay, if you have 00, 000, that also works fine. So yes, so we'll go ahead and mark some lines with our brush. And this is the brush that I'd ordered from Amazon, and it's super quite handy. The thickness here gives you a nice hold on the brush, right? And the other thin brushes that I have, when you keep holding them for a longer time, the fingers start paining. But this one, since it gives you a pen's grip or a pencil's grip, it's quite ergonomical. Okay, so you can use this, and then you can go ahead and make some outlines for your tortoise. So paint and brush will make your speed a little slow. Okay, and that's totally fine. Take your own time to finish this. There are a lot of other options as well. You get rotating pens with which you can do the outlines. Okay, okay, so right now I'm using a 0, but I can always go back and change my brush size. I can use a 000, I can use a 00 as well. As the design gets a little intricate, like for the inner thing, I can use a 000. So that way we can change our design as well. We can change our brushes as well, right? So we'll complete all the outline, all the homework, and let's try to meet tomorrow again 11 a.m. Okay, so for tomorrow we'll mostly be doing we'll start coloring. So finish up your black outline for the whole tortoise, finish up all your designing work and black outlines, right? Do not outline your lines. We'll not outline them right now, okay, because we need to fill in base color. Okay, so do not outline your lines here. These lines, please do not do them, especially the horizontal and vertical lines that we filled up. Okay, these are there only for your only to tell you like what design we are going to fill it up. But first we'll do a base color here, and then we'll fill up all this directly with the brush or the black pen. Okay, black marker pen. So we'll get back tomorrow. Bye, see you all tomorrow.